So it was no sooner than, 2 days ago, I think, I made a video on the Toronto crime rising and how people were getting stabbed and people were getting robbed and everything in the city. And then they came out with more news. I mean, this just came out 2 hours ago, right? So I made that video 2 days ago about the 2 days before. And now, I didn't pay attention to news that much these 2 days. But we have here a 14-year-old boy charged with attempt murder and stabbing in Toronto's West End. Obviously, that's bad. And then you have this woman stabbed multiple times on the Toronto TTC streetcar. Hell, I don't even know if I read that correctly. I mean, I just made up the rest of the title. But basically, it says woman stabbed multiple times on downtown Toronto streetcar. All right, let's click on that. And so I didn't read this yet. I just saw this on my feed and I was like, let's read it together because it feels really, really bad. So this woman was stabbed multiple times and she is in her early 20s, right? And she was stabbed. I read somewhere the bits and pieces I scrolled down to, anyways. But what I read was that she was stabbed in the head, right? And her face, which is like freaking scary. I mean, who would do something like that? So, anyways, she was suffering from stab wounds to her head and face right there. And you'd think that this is a dude or a guy or somebody that's carrying around a knife, but no, it was another woman, the suspect. They have cameras these days on the TTC streetcar, so I don't even know why they need to, call it a suspect, right? But anyway, so the woman is in her 40s, so she's not exactly so old, right? She's like the beginning of middle age, so to speak, right? The end of the young adult age, so to speak. But, she's not like 50s or 60s, right? Or 70s. So she's in her 40s. I don't know if it's early 40s or mid 40s or whatever. But anyways, so apparently they didn't know each other, right? And a knife was found. And that's freaking scary because I'm scared going on the TTC nowadays. Toronto is just getting bad, and I was thinking about moving back. Now I think it's a bad idea because it's all happening here, and it's happening in public. We're not talking about like happening at night or whatever. These things are happening at 2 p.m. Look at this, 2 p.m. right there, right? And it's unbelievable. So what happened? Well, it doesn't really tell me. But anyways, I want to say that the TTC, I think they did a very, very bad job by allowing anybody to go onto a streetcar. And I mentioned that multiple times in multiple videos. But, they don't care. They're like, oh, yeah, let's just let anybody on. And now, people are just getting slaughtered in there, right? So, and they were talking about decreasing ridership. If you're riding TTC, you probably don't want to ride TTC anymore because you might get stabbed too. So this is a very scary situation. And like I was saying, I've taken the TTC since I was like 10, right? And I'd go off on my own, right, sometimes or multiple times until like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. And I haven't been scared as much as I've been scared nowadays, right? Anyway, so it doesn't really tell me what happened, but that's what happened today at 2. And I want to go back here and look at this 14-year-old boy on the West End. All right, so attempt murder. So it was around Oslington and Harvard Street. I don't even know where that was. So it was during a fight, right? So, these boys are carrying, well, I guess it's not boys since the other one's a woman too, and she's not exactly that, exactly the teenager. She's like mid-adult and, just ending her youth adultness or whatever you call it. But yeah, I mean, it is getting scary out there. And this is during a time when it's cold, right? Usually it's cold. Anyway, it's not that cold these days. But yeah, I mean, TTC, they need to start doing better. I think they've been doing a horrible job. That's my opinion. And I'm done. I clicked on the wrong thing. But anyways, I just wanted to add this video to the other video because it's all interlinked. And look at this. Someone got shot here 2 hours ago and then walked into a Brampton hospital. So, yeah, I mean, the GTA, whatever, the GTHA, I think they call it that now, the Greater Hamilton area. It's just getting rough out there. It's getting dangerous. I don't know. I'm sitting around. I'm thinking, I don't think I want to be in the city anymore. It seems like it's there's madness and a lot of homeless people going on the TTC. I mean, it's kind of scary because they walk by you and they're asking you for money. And what if you say no? What if they stab you, right? So, anyways, Toronto needs to improve, or they're gonna lose young people.